What's going on, guys? Alex here with AGV Auto and welcome back to the channel. So in my last video, I did mention that I got rid of my 2020 Civic Si and I now have a 2021 Civic Type R in Boost Blue. I also mentioned that I'm going to be recording all of my installs and any mods that I do to the car just so that way I can see the progress of the car over time, from the point that I first got the car to the point of where it's going to end up. So if you're an existing subscriber, you are going to notice that this video seems a little bit familiar because I am installing a part that I previously had on my Civic Si, and that is the Caruse Design Aero flap. So I personally love the way that it looked in the coupe, and I decided that I wanted to go ahead and do it on the Type R as well. So that's what we're going to be installing today, and if you guys are interested in this part, I will be putting the link down in the description below. And before we jump into the video, I forgot to mention two big things in my last video. I don't know how I skipped them, but one is that I ended up moving, so I am now in a home and I now have a 2-car garage, which is awesome because I have so much more room to do installs and just kind of makes it a lot easier to film videos. Another thing that I forgot to mention in my video is that I did actually end up making a pretty decent amount on my Civic Si before jumping into the Type R. So right now the used car market is absolutely booming. So if you guys are thinking about selling your Si and jumping into something like a Type R, right now is the absolute best time to do it. But now let's get to the install. Now we got it unboxed. I'm noticing a couple things that's different from the one on the Si. On the one on the Si, it already had the 3M pretty much already put on here that all you had to do was just peel off and then apply. So for the one on the Type R, they did provide you with 3M here that you can just go ahead and cut up and put on the wing itself. And I also noticed that's pretty interesting is that they did include their badge separately. I don't know how well you guys can see that here, but their badge here that normally is automatically applied from their factory is off. So I wonder if people were just complaining that they didn't want it on, and that's the reason why they decided to put it separate. But we're gonna go ahead and put that on as well. Just as a mock-up, let's go ahead and put it on. So right off the bat, you can notice a huge difference. All right, that's enough playing around. What you want to go ahead and do is clean the spoiler so that way the 3M tape that they provided you can stick on as best as it can, not only to the actual wing itself, but then on the other side as well to the Aero flap. Since I washed the car a couple days ago, it's been pretty clean. All I'm going to use is just some quick detailer from Adam's Polishes with a microfiber. Then I'm going to go ahead and wipe the residue, and then we'll be ready to start applying the 3M. Now that we got the spoiler all cleaned up, we're gonna go ahead and cut the 3M, one of the rolls that they gave us, into 4 sections. So we're gonna put 4 3M strips going along this way vertical, and then we're gonna do 1 horizontal 3M strip going all the way across the wing here. In case the instructions were a little unclear, this is what I meant. So you wanna go ahead and cut 4 strips from the roll there vertical on this end here, and also on this end here. And now we're gonna move on to the horizontal strip that goes across. All right, so we got the horizontal all set. Now, I do have some extra 3M, so if you happen to have some extra 3M as well, if you want to go ahead and just make sure that it's secure, you can go ahead and do a horizontal line here of 3M as well. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it just to make sure that it's secure, so let's go ahead and do that now. So now that we're all done applying and prepping the 3M, you're going to go ahead and peel each one of these strands here halfway, so that way once you put on the Aero flap, it's not completely fixed and you can still adjust it. All right, guys, and just like that, the Aero flap easily went on, so you can see here all the red stuff that I left on the ground. So once you leave those hanging for about halfway, you go ahead and peel them once you make sure that the fitment is good. And man, this thing looks super aggressive. So now for the finishing touches, let's go ahead and add on their badge. And just like that, we are officially done. So just for reference, I ended up using the Honda badge here just so that way it's even and squared up there. Matches up perfectly. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this install. It was very simple, super straightforward, and honestly should only take you about 15-20 minutes max. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I will be putting the link to this product down in the description below. And if you guys like this video, be sure to smash that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.